So a little bit about our presenter. As I said, today we are very pleased to partner with Pace Digital. The Small Business Association has a strategic partnership with this company for some time now, especially as it relates to our Enterprise in Action Youth Program. They've been a significant contributor to this youth development project for several years, and we're pleased with the work that has been done thus far. And we are going even a step further beyond our youth program, and we're delving into our educational and sensitization and type activity to ensure that our members understand the product offerings of Pace Digital. So as I mentioned, we have Miss Gail Welch, and Gail started her work life at Cave Shepherd and Company Limited as the executive assistant to the CEO back in 2007. She transitioned into her current role as business development officer with Pace Digital, formerly Cave Shepherd Card Services, as I mentioned. And this was back in January of 2019. Gail has worked on a number of card-related projects, including the historic migration of the Cave Shepherd store card to the Cave Shepherd Visa credit card in 2016, and the launch of the Cave Shepherd card mobile app in 2018. Gail is part of a dynamic team responsible for driving digital payments and merchant acquisition at Pace Digital, and wholeheartedly embraces the role of being a market disruptor. So, colleagues, friends, it is my pleasure at this time to welcome Ms. Gail Welch, Business Development Officer at Pace Digital, to share with us on this very important topic today. It's not business as usual, helping MSMEs reposition through payments and digital integration. Let's welcome Gail at this time.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning, Senator Dr. Holder, CEO of the Small Business Association, members of the board, executive members, and executive management staff, the members of the Small Business Association, participants joining this session, good morning, and thank you for your warm welcome, Senator. It is my pleasure to share in this month's webinar under the theme, It's Not Business as Usual, helping MSMEs reposition through payments and digital transformation. I choose to start today, let me just get the let me just share my screen. Just confirm that you are seeing the screen. Great. So today my presentation will cover 4 subtopics. MSMEs moving towards a digital mindset. And then we'll move into going towards digital transformation. Of course, we are going to look at the future of payments. And finally, it's not business as usual. I choose to start today's presentation with this quotation from our strategic partner, Visa International, really as a salute to the members of the small business community. We acknowledge, as Senator rightly said, that the world has changed. The evidence is clear. Our new world is technology-based and is definitely digital. But times are tough, but small, medium businesses are tougher. Resilience bolstered by passion drives small businesses to keep their heads held high amidst the challenging times. So let's start our conversation today. Our digital interaction over the past 19 months have grown due to the ongoing pandemic. Some of us are shopping online or started shopping online for the first time, paying bills or transmitting money digitally. It is difficult for us not to acknowledge that convenience, choice, and connectivity in operating in today's digital world. The evidence is clear. And we, as small businesses, must therefore begin to have a digital-first mindset. The digital customer, our customers are digital. I'll let that sink in there for just a moment. Our customers are digital. At some point in time, your customer will start their journey by connecting, whether it is through Facebook or Instagram. They are starting their journey with our businesses in a digital framework. So therefore, it is important for us as small businesses, and notice I say us, and I say us because Pace Digital, we are very much a part of the small business community. From 2016, when we transitioned from the store card to the Visa card, we embrace the small businesses that gave voice to the importance of, first of all, having a credit card. And then in 2018, to have been able to create a digital platform for them to transition and to receive payments and send payments and track their transactions. We understand the mindset and we understand the importance of the small business and giving them the platform to help position. So I will continue in this presentation. You will hear me refer to us because Pace Digital is very much a part of the small business community. And therefore, understanding that the customers are expecting more. They are expecting businesses to give them the choice, how they want to interact, how they want to engage. Our customers are now demanding that. They're demanding convenience and they are commanding connectivity. So the customer must always be top of mind. And then as we continue to reposition in this new world, how are we onboarding those customers? How are we reaching them? How are we keeping them connected to us? Where are they? Do we know where they are, especially since 2019? It's important then, as we start to reposition ourselves as small businesses, that we do so understanding that a lot has changed and there's need to reevaluate what we have been doing and position for the opportunities that are ahead. We also must understand that the customer, many of them are moving away from cash. And I know that oftentimes we say that cash is king. And that used to be so. And in some people's world and in some people's mind, it probably might still be king. But then there is a growing, there's a growing section of the community or of our country, and by extension, the world, who are moving away from cash. And they're saying, you know what? I want to do business with you, but I want to engage you, and I want to do that and pay you digitally. I want to pay you online. Have you provided the mechanisms for me to interact with you and your business in my world, the world that I choose to live in, the digital world? And then as a small business and having the digital first mindset, understanding that there's a need now for digital wallets. And what is a digital wallet? It is a technology that gives me the functionality to facilitate payments digitally or to store my documents. In this context, we are talking about digital payments. The world is changing, and therefore our mindset cannot lag behind. We must be very much in sync with where the world is. And then, am I building many channels, omni-channels, to give the type of experience that the customer is now demanding? You see, I have to understand that no longer am I just serving a customer who's going to just walk through my door. I'm serving a customer who does not want to come into your organization. I'm serving a customer that can very well be differently challenged, but yet they are connecting digitally. Am I giving the channels that are necessary to meet each and the varying different, the different types of customers that are out there? And then we talk security. Because when we are thinking digitally, we are thinking technology, and we are thinking security. Both go hand in hand. And you know, it's just like protecting your physical assets. Many of us as small businesses, or you know, in the sense of having a home and so on, we protect what is important. It is the same in the digital world. And I know many people, they shy away because they're thinking, oh, there's so much cybercrime going on out there. I don't think that I want to be a part of that world because I don't know if I can secure, if it is secure, if my customers will feel confident shopping with me online. And I want to say to you very, very forcefully that as we are thinking digital, we are also thinking security. Both go hand in hand. The digital mindset, therefore, is holistic. We are thinking the customer, we are thinking about them, we are thinking about how we want to onboard them or how we want to get them to be a part of our business, shopping with us, connecting with us, and keeping that customer beyond just one transaction. We are also thinking that many of them are now moving away from cash, and they're moving towards digital interaction. And we are also facilitating that process by presenting digital wallets, the ability to facilitate those payments. And we are doing so in multiple channels, and we are doing so securely. The digital first mindset is therefore very important. And as we reposition in a new world, we need to do so thinking digitally, but also being active in terms of positioning ourselves in this new world. And as we do that, as we move from that digital mindset, we then move towards digital transformation. And let me make this point before I just touch on moving towards a digital transformation. Embracing the digital mindset also strengthens critical thinking. Once again, our objective as small businesses is now to move beyond resilience and now move into a place of growth and profitability. And as we are thinking critically, I was reminded that the pandemic is not the only challenge that our world has. It is the current one that is very visible. But the truth is there are many events that can be very disruptive to our world, and especially in the Caribbean. Whether it is political unrest, climate change with hurricanes, ashfall, logistical management, or new technologies, there is a need for us to think critically. And therefore, in thinking critically, we must then engage even more so with a digital mindset, all right? So therefore, to be competitive, to remain focused, to remain resilient and relevant in our industries, and also to grow, we must do so holistically and position ourselves and our businesses in this new world. And as we move now into the digital transformation, there are many strategies that are being shared on a daily basis. I've selected these 3 pillars as our central theme or the center of my discussion with you today, because they are very central to business. There are many strategies, but these 3, when you go through the strategies, are central to our businesses. The customer focus, the customer-centric focus is the first pillar that I want to look at. And as I said, in this new world, there's need to reevaluate as a small business where we are. And you know, for us here at Pace Digital, we did the same reevaluation last year when the pandemic really started to take hold in our country, in our island. We had to look at our operations. We had to look at how do we continue to keep our customers at the forefront. We had to look at our various channels. And then we had to ask ourselves, are we understanding the customer, our customer? Yes, we are in a payments business, but our customers have been through so much trauma because of the situation. We had to reevaluate where they are so that we can position to help them through the changes that they too were experiencing. And then we too said, our customers are now engaging with us in a lockdown. They're engaging digitally. Have we given them the various channels to do so? Have we opened up discussions to engage with them on multiple fronts? And I recall last year around May, our call center, our calls went through the roof. And therefore, other channels for our customers to have conversations had to be enacted. So you would notice that we had it before, but we strengthened our online chat box. We strengthened it. We provided emails so that persons can reach us. And of course, our call center was very active. So the customer, being customer centric, can my customer reach me when they need me? That is important. And how am I keeping my customer? How do I now stop the attrition, or how do I stop losing customers? How do I stop that from happening? And that is an important question. Simply because the livelihood of our customers have been impacted. So therefore, what am I doing now with my business? How am I positioning my business so that it would still be relevant to them, so that they can still shop with me? Do I implement strategies of reduced prices? Do I introduce payment, loan payment, repayment methods? How do I keep my customers? Being customer centric in digital transformation is critical. And you know, the other thing that we are hearing very much from our customers, and is coming out in the research as well, the customers want to feel as though they matter. So yes, my spending power was impacted, or it still is being impacted. But you know what? The money that I do have, I choose to shop with you. So therefore, I matter as much as you matter to me. I, as the customer, I matter to you. So see me, hear me, and understand what I want. And they need to be seen as more than just another quick sale. Because now we are moving into an era where we want to engage with customers, and customers want to engage with us, but we cannot be tone deaf to what they are experiencing and what they are saying. And then I want to look then at the operational focus. How are we serving those customers? And how are we staffing our businesses to serve those customers? Are we doing our huddles with our staff? How are we managing them? Are we listening to what our staff is saying to us? This is critical. Because we are finding that when we huddle with our staff, the ideas that come from them to serve our customers are amazing. And there are resources that sometimes we take for granted. How are we closing the gap in our information, and how, in terms of how we are serving them? How are we closing the gaps between what they want and what we can provide? How are we engaging, or how are the customers engaging with our businesses? And this is just reinforcing what I shared earlier. But also tell us, what are you doing that can help drive the sales? That is important. How do we keep functioning as a business? Are we now moving, or do we now have to move outside of Barbados to start looking for new opportunities? Or do we need to partner? Because now, more than ever, partnerships are powerful. And then internally, the financial tools. What are the financial tools that I now need for my business? And how am I using those financial tools to get the data that I need to keep me positioned? Do I know how many products I'm selling? How many products I sold in 2019, and which products are now trending? What price point am I seeing that my customers are now shopping in terms of that price band? Do I have that information? Do I know where to get it from? This is what we're talking about having an operational focus. Do we know what is satisfying the customer and what is irritating the customer? Are they sharing that feedback with us? And I know sometimes as small businesses, it's not always convenient, or we might not have the resources to do surveys, the formal surveys. But this is where the informal survey is just as important. And when I say informal surveys, what am I talking about? I'm talking about just hearing what customers are saying, what they are telling you, or what they're telling someone, a friend, or even your employees. That is just as important, and that is just as powerful. Because now I know that, okay, so this, they want this. I don't stock it currently, but let me start to investigate how I get this for in store. These little things become big things when you're talking about being operational focused. And finally, what path are you giving your customer in terms of browsing? What is the path for the customer? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Is it easy for them to come into your business, to inquire about your products or your services? Is it safe for them to do that? The research is still showing that persons are still not comfortable being out and being in large crowds, and understandably so. And we are also seeing that some industries, some services have transitioned online, and is unlikely that they will transition back to in-person services. These are the things, when we are talking about operational focus, these are the trends that we are looking at. These are the trends that are being measured daily as we think about digital transformation. And what aspect of the business do I need to transition digitally completely? These are the kind of questions that we are looking at when we are talking about digital transformation. And I want to read to you this this quote that I came across. It's from the research arm of Deloitte, and they stated in a report, the Deloitte Insight 2021, entitled A New Language for Digital Transformation. The language of digital transformation should have 1 foot on the business side and 1 foot grounded on the downstream technology and options. Every business will become more digitally and technologically focused in the coming years. The ones who will be successful are the people who are already bridging the gap and are already speaking the same language in the business as they are in the technology. The takeaway is that technology does not drive strategy. I'll let that sink in. Some of us have gotten it wrong, and we need to make that shift and make that correction. We think by just adding a piece of technology that we have transitioned and we are propelling ourselves forward or the business forward. Hear me well. Technology does not drive strategy. Being customer focused, being operational drives your strategy. Technology helps you to drive your strategy. We need to understand that. And we need to correct it where we've just said, okay, so I'll just do this digital thing, or no, it has to be very much a part of a structure. Technology cannot stand alone. Technology is the vehicle that keeps you customer-centric, that keeps you operational, and help you to do so effectively. It is not a standalone. And as a small business, and a good approach is to partner with providers who are innovating and producing products and services to help them to do just that. Be customer focused. Take care of the customer. Take care of the operations, how you are going to deliver that service. Partnerships, as I said earlier, are going to be very critical in this season because they can help you to reposition the business for profitability. Here at Pace Digital, we have over 23,000 app users, over 30,000 Pace Digital card holders. And understand that the technology that we are providing for small businesses, it is so critical because now you don't need to produce the technology. You just need to partner and use the technology. That is the strength of partnership. And where we are talking and technology being technology focused, you also need to connect with businesses that are trustworthy. Well, it goes to say that, of course, K. Shepherd and Company Limited, the parent company of Pace Digital, has been around for 120 years. Our track record is very clear. And therefore, as we looking at technology, there are some technologies out there that can very well help you to be profitable. And we're going to look at a few of them shortly as we look at payments. But we have a lot of businesses out there who are in the delivery, they're doing deliveries. They are operating from whether it is an online store, they are doing deliveries, they're doing tracking. Now they are implementing software that once they have connected with the customer and they said, okay, we are making your delivery tomorrow, you can literally track that delivery until it gets to your door. Implementing that piece of technology gives you convenience. Now I would know, okay, I don't have to sit around and wait and hope that this item will get delivered in half an hour. And if they don't come in half an hour, you're constantly looking at your watch. Technology can solve that. As I like to say, there's an app for that. And as small businesses, once you start to use the technology now to support as the vehicle for your customer, being customer centric, it increases now your value as a small business in the eyes of the customer. They care about me. They're giving me a choice, but they're also giving me the gift of convenience. If they're delayed, they're going to send a message, so I don't have to wait around. That is what we're talking about, a digital transformation. How do we do business better using these pillars to reposition and move small businesses into the next level? The future of payments. And here I'm looking at the international players, very well known. Google Pay, PayPal, Microsoft Wallet, Amazon Pay, Apple Pay. These are the international players. And yes, the international world is well ahead of us here in the Caribbean, and well, some areas of the Caribbean, definitely here in Barbados. And that is why it is critical for us to really spend some time to change our mindset, because the world has not stopped. Technology has not stopped. There will always be upgrades to technology, and there will always be a constant disruptor. I remember back in 2018 when we introduced the mobile app to small businesses. Yes, it was tough in some areas, breaking through because of the mindset. There was not at that point in time a revolution in the mindset to move them to a digital first mindset. So we got some responses from some small businesses that say, hey, you know what? If it's not broken, why fix it? Let's wait and see what happens, how it functions and how it works. But then we didn't have to wait very long, unfortunately, because the pandemic came. And if there is one thing the pandemic has done, was to validate digital payments and online payments. Because in that lockdown, the businesses that were agile enough and nimble enough to shift to an online presence and then to have a payment option that can support it even when the world was shutting down, or you had limited mobility, they're the ones who are still able to do business and serve customers. The technology will not stop. And therefore, we can constantly upgrade what we are doing and move it to the next level. The future of payments, we are also seeing the regional players. A number of them are in the market, giving convenience, giving choice, giving connectivity to their customers. Island Pay out of Bahamas, RBC, they have their product for small businesses. We Pay out of Jamaica and Trinidad. Of course, CIBC First Pay. There are a number of solutions here. The future of payment is digital. And of course, our product pays digital. We have the contactless card, and we do have our mobile app. As I said, 2018, when we launched this, we knew because of our strategic partnership with Visa International that the world was already ahead of the region when it came to digital payments. And while it was challenging to break through initially, because we were consistent, because we kept the customer in focus, and we continue to show them the power of digital. We have over 300 small businesses and growing that have turned over, signed up to be one of our mobile partners. And as I said, the technology continues to be upgraded, and we continue to upgrade our product. I'm pleased to announce that in July, when we launched our new, or we revealed our new rebrand, corporate image, Pace Digital, moving from Cape Shepherd Card, we were able to announce the new feature, which is the bill payment feature within the app. We put convenience, connectivity, and choice in the hands of at the disposal, I should say, of our Pace Digital card holders and app users. So now over 40 vendors are listed in our app, including all of the utility companies. So now you can, at any point in time, pay your bills from the comfort of your home, or wherever you choose and whatever time you choose to make those payments. Again, here for small businesses, we've always, from inception, made this option available. And you're just seeing on your screen the progression of a transaction being enacted. It is that simple. It is that easy. The future of payments locally, we are proud to say that we are a part of the solution. The changing customer expects to be given choice. And you will hear me constantly say that, because that is what they are saying. And because we asked them as well, they said, you know what? I want to be able to send money to my family member or to my friend. Once they have a Pace Digital card and they have downloaded the Pace Digital app, they can send funds instantly. And this is the solution. The previous slide would have showed you the progress of a transaction, the introduction of the person to merchant transaction ability for micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. We were able to say, you know, we are given this opportunity or this functionality that you can pay your land tax without even looking at those lines that used to snake around the buildings. I just mentioned the e-biller and our newest partnership with MIS on the Easy Pay platform through our API integration. This is the future of payments. And you know what? It's going to continue to evolve. Which brings me to this slide. And again, being able to provide for small businesses another product that will disrupt the market. I'm pleased to announce the Pace Digital Small Business Credit Card, which has some very attractive features with starting limits at $5,000, hassle-free sign-up process, competitive interest rates, and the list of features go on. Coupled with the digital solution that I was just sharing, we believe, again, will help position small businesses, especially when it comes to collecting payments, putting convenience in both your hands and your customer hands. And just as we did in 2016, we continue to do in 2021 and beyond, to give small businesses the tools necessary to help them reposition and to put them on a growth path. As I close, my final thoughts. What have you done well in the past 20 months? And where can you improve? And again, we are thinking, or we are now repositioning our thoughts. We are going to a digital first mindset. Critical. Have you developed a digital strategy? Remember, as you are dealing with a digital strategy, central to that strategy must be being customer centric, must be your operations. How are you going to serve that customer? And what technology are you going to use to help you to serve that customer? Do you know your current customer demographic? If there are 10 customers, your last 10 customers, think of your last 10 customers. What was the age group of those, or the age ranges of those customers? Can you tell if the last, out of those 10 customers, if 3 were between the ages of 15 to 18? Do you know if about, out of those 10 customers, if around 6 of them were over 60? Or if 3 out of those 10 customers were between the ages of 20 to 25? What does your customer mix look like? Who are you serving? And what type of customer, as you now think future, what type of customer you wish your business to attract? Is your present operational flow supportive of helping you to attract that future customer? Is your present customer engagement adequate to keep them loyal to you? Can your customer still communicate with you when your channels or your traditional channels become non-responsive? Last couple of months, we experienced that when WhatsApp and Facebook went down. So here's the test. How were you talking to your customers during that downtime? Are you providing multiple channels for them to connect with you? And finally, in terms of my final words in this presentation, you must measure what you're doing. You must be consistent in what you're doing. You know, my CEO, one of her words to me and to our team, let's be consistent. To the point that whatever, when you go to write something or you are thinking, that word surfaces in your mind. Am I being consistent? Because consistency brings results. The measurement of digital transformation, it will become evident when new business advantages are revealed and when adaptation becomes a part of your daily culture in your business. That digital first mindset, if you are consistent, and the truth is you are not going to get it right all the time. But if you are consistent in re-evaluating, if you are consistent in realigning, if you are consistent in redefining the journey, it will begin to bear fruit. So this morning, as I close, I trust that I would have provoked your thinking, that I would have encouraged and inspired you as you begin to chart 2022 for your business, for your customers, for your staff, that you will review or reevaluate your channels, your customer channel, your operational channels, and your technological channels. Because whether we like it or not, the customer of the future will continue to be digital. I thank you.
Thank you very much, colleagues. That was Miss Gail Welch. Gail Welch is the Business Development Officer at Pace Digital. Remember, for those of you who joined late, that Pace Digital is formerly the Cave Shepherd Card Services. And today we've been looking at the topic, it's not business as usual, helping MSMEs reposition through payments and digital integration. As I said at the beginning, in the event that you missed any segment of our session today, this is recorded and can be watched after on our website, SBA TV, and you can also go to our Facebook page as well. I hope that you've taken notes. We had a lot of information shared here today, helping us to understand that digital transformation. I particularly like the point being made around adopting and developing the digital mindset for the future. The truth is that, yes, we are in a new paradigm. Technology is the game changer, if you will, relative to how business will be done as we go forward in the future. But we have to embrace the required mindset for this shift. We have, yes, to appreciate the significance of our customers, how our customers will be requiring, expecting the delivery of service from us, and we have to adapt to that new paradigm. So we had a wealth of information and some rather thought-provoking points at the end there, Gail, for our audience to really think about. So it is now your turn. As I said at the beginning, please place your questions in the chat. We are ready to have a discussion for the remaining minutes that we have in our session. We have exceeded our time, Gail, but we are going for sure to have some Q&A at this time. Let me get your thoughts, Gail, on Steve's question. Here's Steve Carter. He's asking, as an extension to PACE's current service, do you have plans to offer a payment gateway for e-commerce as well as a point of sale solution? Because he believes, as is the case for many of us in the association, that this is critical for small businesses to move into a digital world. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. And one of the points I made in the presentation is that technology is constantly changing, is constantly upgrading. When we look at our app, what we would have launched or brought to the market in 2018 has significantly been enhanced now in 2021. And the point of sales that we offer to the small businesses is the PACE Digital mobile app, where you can receive payment within the app through the digitally through the app. In terms of the gateway, as I said, technology is constantly changing, and we do not close any door. We are not there as yet, but we are continuing to work in the payment space, and we are continuing to look at what are the possibilities.
Okay, I took note. You say you're not there yet, but I hope, Gail, that this is on the agenda and a part of your work plan. I would even venture to suggest within the next 6 months to a year. The reality is we cannot be speaking about that digital mindset and adopting a digital mode of doing business, and we don't have the e-commerce facility to support it. Mm-hmm. We must have that built in to the business model that you're offering to the market. So I hope that
most definitely, Senator,
that is on the agenda. Sure.
Most definitely, in terms of, as I said, we're constantly evolving and we are constantly innovating, and we are listening very intently to what the business community is requiring, and therefore we are continuing to plan with them in mind.
All right. Okay, here's another interesting question from Gregory Cummings. And Gregory is asking, how viable is the cost of these local digital payment options to small business persons, retailers, craft persons, and so on? How viable really is the cost model? I get that to be what we want to really drill down on, the cost model. How viable is it really for the small firms? So what are your recommendations there?
Well, when I look at PACE Digital and our cost structure, we are very affordable. We are talking in some instances just cents on being able, in terms of transferring payments, right? When you look at what you are accustomed to in terms of bank rates and so on, PACE Digital is very, very, very affordable, right?
And I would, I would like some numbers. Right? For example, I know that in one of
Mhm.
your slides, you looked at the international payment platforms out there, PayPal and so on. PayPal is very popular. There are lots of Barbadians that have PayPal accounts. And one thing that they'll tell you is that PayPal is expensive.
Right. So we are like 1.5% on transactions. You would have seen in our slides, I shared about the P2P, or the person-to-person transaction. We're talking $1.50 to transfer those fees. For the merchant, depending on how they position the payment, they can be paying 1.75% or 1.5% on a transaction. So compared to the international rates, there's no comparison. We are very affordable.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as a follow-up to that, then I'll ask again from Steve, how based on your model right now,
Mm-hmm.
does PACE accept payments from third-party banks?
No, we don't. Yes, we are a closed ecosystem, but as I said, we are constantly innovating, and we will continue to innovate and look at what is required by the market. And we do know that that is a requirement, especially for small businesses. And that is where we are looking at how we can service the small business community, because we know that that is a pain point.
Yes, okay. All right, another favorite subject of mine, which is training. I believe strongly in the need to constantly improve your skills as business owners. And so Simeon Bacchus is asking, is there training for businesses that may not be, familiar or familiar with the technology?
Well, if you're speaking specifically about PACE Digital, we do our training, and we are also supportive of the merchants. So our business support arm of PACE Digital, if there is a problem or if there's a challenge technologically, you just need to reach out to us, and we will help you to solve whatever situation that might occur. Myself as Business Development Officer, we are here. I'm here to help support the small business community as well. So when it comes to training, we do go out and we do give training and literally help to hold hands. We also provide a number of videos and material on our various channels, whether it is in the form of video on our YouTube channel, or written manuals showing step-by-step instruction. We do provide that level of educational support.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be great.
Yes.
You did mention that you have a little over 300 small and medium enterprises that have already signed up, and that's a significant number. And I would believe that there will be some hand holding required. There will be some probationary period that persons will need to adapt to the technology and so on. So I can see that there'll be a need for training for sure.
And you know what, Senator, one of the things that we seek to do at PACE Digital is to make our technology user-friendly. Last week, I went to do some training. Interesting. To do some training with our technology, the mobile app. We have different levels depending on the sophistication of your business. And this particular business, as I was sharing with the staff, never used the app before. She was like, just following the sequence of the transaction. And she's like, this is so easy. And it is almost intuitive. She just went from, oh, so we press this, and I'm trying to give instruction, and she's giving me instruction. Oh, so press this, go here, press this, click here. And that is the type of technology we bring. We believe in simple, we believe in user-friendly, and we believe that once we put that technology in your hand, yes, we would support you, but it is so intuitive that you can literally help walk yourself through the process.
Right. Okay. Well, Michelle Hines is asking about that $5,000 that you mentioned earlier. She wants to know what are the payment terms. How can she access that $5,000?
Well, we are really excited to bring that. We will be announcing very soon how you can apply online. And I talked about the multiple channels that you can connect with our business. A number of our applications, or all of our application process. Yes, you can do come and fill out the form, but you can also go online to our website, pacedigital.com, to apply for the card. But she can email me at businessdevelopment@pacedigital.com so that I can connect with her one-on-one before.
Okay.
Might be doing some signups before we do our full launch in January. So for those persons who are interested, they can email me at businessdevelopment@pacedigital.com.
All right. Okay. So that's businessdevelopment@pacedigital.com. For anyone who's interested in getting any more information, businessdevelopment@pacedigital.com. And you'll be able to get your query addressed. I see Roger Barrow is in similar vein asking about the business card, because you did mention a Visa card as well that's coming.
Yes,
a business credit card.
Yes, Senator. So let me say that this card is not a shelf product that we would try to retrofit for small businesses. This is a small business product that we have developed at Pace Digital for the small business community. That is why the limits are at 5,000 in terms of starting. The interest rate is very competitive, and I will want to share that directly when persons connect with us. In terms of repayment, monthly repayment is 5% on the balance. And we are adding some benefits on top of that. So we are partnering with another small business who will be able to provide logistical services at a discount or a special rate for Pace Digital small business card holders. We are also looking at a business protection benefit. We are just finalizing that, where you would be able to opt in to insurance for small business. So as I said, this is not a product, a shelf that we pulled off the shelf. We use our data to streamline and to design this product for the small business community.
Okay, and now, interestingly enough, Rosita Lynch is expressing some concern. She's unclear with a point that was made, and I think Gail, you need to further expound on this, because the query is Pace ready to be a gateway? Because she's using PayPal right now in her business, and obviously, you know, as Barbadians, we wouldn't mind at all patronizing a local brand, a local product, right? So she's asking, you know, can I shift and use Pace as that payment platform? Is it ready to be a gateway for firms?
Well, look at our history. In 2016, we took a store card and we transitioned through a strategic partnership with the international Visa company. to put in the hands of our over 30,000 local card holders an international, globally accepted Visa card. We have the capacity and we have the management and the leadership. If we choose to do and to present a gateway or to provide a gateway to the local community, we are well able to do it.
But you've not yet decided to do that. I think that's a query. Have you decided that you're going to be offering that to the market?
I cannot make a statement at this point in time.
Oh, not as yet. Okay, you not as yet. I think that
would be for my CEO to do.
Right, that would help Rosita to be clear in her mind that you have the capacity at pace, but you are not yet there.
We definitely have the capacity.
You're not yet there to offer that gateway for the sector, but you have the capacity. So maybe it's on the cards. Michelle is asking a follow-up. Is the product treated like a credit card only, or you can access cash?
Well, and she's referring to the small business card. So yes, it is going to be a credit card. So yes, if you have to access cash, you can access cash as with any other credit card.
You can access cash. Okay. But Gil, there's some small business persons like Gregory espouses this view that suggests taking a percentage of the revenues of the small firm is unattractive. Taking a percentage of the revenues can be unattractive to a small firm. So have you considered a transaction cost that, I don't know, maybe can be fixed instead of a percentage on the revenue?
I would say to you that we are constantly reevaluating and reviewing our processes. We are constantly listening to what our community is saying to us. So nothing is set in stone. We can have dialogues.
Okay. All right. Well, we've had a number of questions, a number of comments coming in. I see one here from Richard Atwell. Having heard the presentation, he said very competitive interest rates usually mean 1%, less than 22%.
We are less than 22%.
All right, so let's take our final comment, Gail, because I know that we have exceeded our time, but the comments are rather interesting coming in from our constituents on the call. Here's Steve Carter now, who said, I believe that I speak on behalf of a large percentage of MSMEs in saying that a gateway and a point of sale solution should be high on your list of priorities, and we want to score that. Yes?
Yes,
the current offerings in the market have extremely high entry requirements and monthly charges, which are very restrictive to the sector. So you're taking feedback today from our membership, from the MSME constituents. And so the point here is being made by this small business owner that the market right now really needs that competitive, product offering. So as quickly as PACE can really move to get that in place, I think that you'll have a market, from the local MSME sector to patronize your service offerings. Any comments there?
Yes, and thank you so much for the feedback. And we are hearing you. We are hearing you. And in the appropriate time, my CEO will make any further announcements where this is concerned.
Right.
But we are hearing you, and we are continuing even in our strategic meetings, we know what the challenges are with the small business, and we are constantly looking at those pain points to solve those pain points. So keep your eye on Pace Digital, definitely your ears, and especially for our new product. Send us an email, connect with us, businessdevelopment@pacedigital.com. And Senator, I believe yourself, myself, and my CEO, we need to reconnect even around this particular product so that we can make it available for the SBA family, and to do that as quickly as possible through our strategic partnership.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for those concluding comments, Gail. We look forward to the launch of this new product. We know that you've been in the market for some time. You have the infrastructure, you have the management and the skill sets and so on. And more importantly, you have the capital structure, supported by Cave Shepherd and Company Limited. So we look forward to this new product for the sector. Colleagues, today we have been hearing from Ms. Gail Welch, who is the Business Development Officer at Pace Digital. Remember, Pace Digital is formerly the Cave Shepherd Card Services. They rebranded some time ago, and they're going to be bringing some new products to the MSME market. We understand there's a launch pending come January 2022. We will keep you informed. We'll keep you up to date as the information comes in. We will definitely ensure that you are kept abreast of this development. Now, before you log off, I'm thankful that the majority of our folks have stayed with us. I really appreciate that. Before you log off, please go into the chat section now. There's a Google form there. We're asking you to spend just about 5 minutes, please, to complete this evaluation exercise for us. Just about 5 minutes. This is going to help as we continue to offer these webinars and other types of activities, development activities. Well, this has been our November focus. As you recall, each month we come to you with a topic of interest, an area that we believe is important to the development of small firms here in Barbados. Look out for our final activity for 2021 in December. Yes, in December, we're coming again in December with an activity that will help as we go into the Yuletide season. We'll be promoting our Christmas catalog and also encouraging networking amongst our members and the public to really patronize small firms as they buy their various items, gifts, and such like during the upcoming Christmas season. So you can look out for that. We'll be back on our usual Facebook page, Instagram, social media, by extension, our email blast, and other mechanisms that we use to inform you of that activity. It has been a pleasure again. Remember that if you join late, please, on our Facebook page, this presentation can be found on our website in the SBA TV section. You can also go there and watch this presentation again. I want to thank you for being a part of this exercise. Please, colleagues, continue to be safe. We're not out of the woods yet as a nation relative to this pandemic. So please continue to be safe, and we look forward to seeing you on the next occasion. God bless you all. Do continue to have a good day. Bye-bye for now.